Something that I've been noticing lately is that I keep meeting folks who are first time parents well into their late 30s, early 40s. Nothing wrong with that. But I just wanted to share my overall thoughts about becoming an older parent. Of course, there are the pros, which is you are more mature, more established. You hopefully have resources like a career that supplies you plenty of money, you have your home, you have a reliable vehicle, all the goods that are useful for adults and would make parenting very easy. But then at the same time, I can't help but feel like becoming an older parent is kind of tricky because your energy level is definitely not going to be the same. And God forbid if you have one of those careers that demands a lot of your time and okay, you make the good money, but you end up investing some of that money in, say, nannies or like you're not investing yourself in the growth and raising of your child. So your child grows up and then you wonder why your relationship with them is kind of cold. You may even feel like they don't love you, or the child themselves may say that they don't love you, or they just don't feel close to you. So I guess you just gotta make a choice. If you're an older parent, you also run the risk of not being physically in your best shape. With a child, you need to be pretty physically capable and flexible and have stamina, endure things. If you're not a parent in good shape like that, I feel like your child is going to suffer a lot mentally and physically. I would feel like my parent just doesn't care about me, to give me the attention that I need. I'm trying to have fun, but my parents won't play with me for whatever reason. So I feel like the cons outweigh the pros because also when you're older, you're more prone to disease. If you depart from this world a little too soon, that's something that your kids are going to suffer as well. Like they're going to have to grow without a parent. Immediately, those are the thoughts that come to mind. Socially, you would be in a good position to have a child the older you are. But at the same time, the older you are, the more likely that your children will be born with, let's call them defects or challenges, because your body has a clock itself, and eventually, your information may lead to diseases. Like, say, the older a guy is, the more likely that a child is to be born with autism. And to me, that makes sense because your body is just not at its prime. So, how can it produce something at its prime? And then for women, it may become harder to become pregnant. And not only that, but if you do become pregnant, it's more likely going to be a high risk pregnancy. I think everybody needs to decide if that's a priority in their life, if reproducing, starting a family is really that important for you. And do not wait until you are established to do that, because although it's important that your children are not born in, say, extreme conditions such as poverty, I think your right as a living being is to have kids. So I don't want to deprive myself of the experience. I keep thinking about the number 28 when I think about me having children. So I want to say that my ideal age to have my first child is at age 28. I'm not saying that at age 27, 9 months before I turn 28, that I'm going to try to have a kid. No, I'm just saying that for me, that's just the best time because I feel like I'll be in a better shape mentally, emotionally, and also financially. I have a good feeling that nice things are underway for me. But in the event that I am not in the position that I feel optimal for me, this may sound really selfish, or maybe this is the right thing for me to do, but I am not going to miss out on the opportunity of being a mother just because the society that I live in makes it difficult and makes me second guess myself. My mother did it. She was a single mother, all by herself, no family support. She was able to bring up 2 children. So I believe that I possess the capacity and the skills to be able to handle a situation like that if it were to happen to me, but I'm not planning to. So, will I be responsible? Yes. Right now I am. In the future I will be. And I will continue to be as long as my cognitive functions allow this. Parenting is something that I think should not be put off because the experience will change as you age, and I have yet to meet somebody who, in their deathbed, says, dang it, I should have spent that extra hour, that extra day, that extra week at the office. I'm just saying. I'm just very well aware that I was born with nothing, and when I die, I will take nothing with me. That's why I try to just be the best that I can with what I have. Try to live my life to the fullest in my own way, you know? Just wanted to share that. It's one of those things that, given the sensitive nature of it, I wanted to allow a little more time to think about it to see if this thought that I had, say, 5 months ago, 5 months later, is still consistent, and it was. So I said, let me go ahead and just knock it out. So yeah, you guys, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Anything that you want to add? Anything that you want to alert me on, or just make me consider? Anything, let me know in the comments below, like always. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. And if you're wondering why I keep looking down and what I'm messing with, it's my key. My key has like a little ring to it, a little chain. So if I hold an object when I speak, my thoughts flow better and I tend to not stutter as much. So in case you wondered, and if you heard some weird noise, that's what it was.